Wiggly Worms, written by Cheryl Reesnider. Small animals' big changes. What animal eats dirt, builds tunnels in the soil, and comes out at night? If you guessed an earthworm, you're right. Earthworms, or night crawlers, are found all around the world. These small animals change the soil in big ways. Earthworm bodies. An earthworm's body is shaped like one tube inside another. A tube of muscle surrounds a tube that breaks down the food that the worm eats. An earthworm's body has more than 100 ring-shaped parts. Each part can bend and stretch when the worm moves. An earthworm moves by stretching out and pulling in its body parts. Small bristles on the worm's body help it grip the ground. Earthworm Facts. Common names: earthworm, nightcrawler. Classification: they're invertebrate, which means they have no backbone. Lifespan: they can live up to 6 years. Size: they can grow from 3.5 to 12 inches long. Habitat: all types except deserts and areas where the ground is always frozen. They prefer moist, rich soil. Slimy worms. Slimy mucus on an earthworm's skin helps it stay cool and wet. Mucus helps earthworms slide through soil. When they dig, earthworms leave a mucus trail behind them. The mucus hardens on the tunnel walls, keeping them from falling in. Worms also use mucus to protect their eggs after they mate. The mucus hardens into a worm cocoon. Baby worms stay in the cocoon for weeks or months. They come out when the soil is warm and wet enough for them to survive. How do earthworms breathe? Earthworms don't breathe through their mouths. They breathe through their skin, taking in oxygen directly from the air. That's why earthworms crowd sidewalks when it rains. Underwater, they will drown. They can't survive if their skin dries out either. They can only breathe when their skin is moist. Earthworm behavior. Earthworms build long tunnels underground. The tunnels protect worms from heat and sunlight. The tunnels also help earthworms hide from hungry animals. If a bird attacks, an earthworm can pull back into its tunnel to get away. Earthworms don't have ears, but they can sense tiny movements in the ground. They don't have eyes, but special parts of their skin can sense light. They avoid bright light. Earthworms are sometimes called night crawlers because they come out at night to look for food. They use their mouths to pull dead leaves and plants into their tunnels to eat later. Earthworms are good for the soil. Farmers love earthworms. When earthworms dig tunnels, it makes space in the soil. Space helps plants get what they need to grow. Earthworms also put organic matter, such as rotting leaves, into the soil. Organic matter acts like a sponge. It soaks up water, so soil stays wet longer. Earthworms also put nutrients into the soil. The nutrients are in their waste, or castings. Castings make excellent fertilizer. In a garden smaller than most classrooms, earthworms make 170 pounds of castings every year. That's like 15 bowling balls worth of worm waste. Some people raise earthworms on worm farms. The earthworms eat food scraps, turning them into rich soil. Both earthworms and their castings can be sold to gardeners to improve their soil. Earthworms are also sold for fishing bait. Wanted earthworms? Farmers aren't the only ones who love earthworms. Moles, rats, and toads love juicy night crawlers. They love to eat them. Fish think earthworms are tasty too. Earthworms are an important food source for these and other animals. Earthworms may be small, but they have a big job, helping plants grow. In one night, an earthworm can eat up to 1/3 of its body weight. They also can travel up to 60 feet. That's the distance from the pitcher's mound to home plate in a baseball diamond. Now we know a lot more about earthworms.